My name's Nick. I'm the founder and CEO of Cornwall Pasta Co. We're an organic pasta business based in Milo in Cornwall. I started the business in 2020 in the lockdown because there was a shortage of pasta in the UK. At the time I was working in Cornwall, I was looking after a hotel, and all the work stopped, so we decided that we'd give something back to the community, and so we started playing around with pastas, and that's how Cornwall Pasta was born. From the beginning we've always been organic, we've always sourced local products. Our packaging has always been eco-friendly and good for the environment. We've always been chemical free, and we solely work with organic or regenerative farmers, and they're all luckily based here in Cornwall. Been lucky enough to work with lots of really good stockists. We mainly work with independent farm shops and delis. At the start of the year we started working with Selfridges, and we stock all 3 of their stores. We're moving into all 8 stores of Harvey Nichols, which is an interesting concept because that will take us into Europe with their Dublin store, and we're also now starting to look to export to Hong Kong. In November 2020, when we started the business, it was just myself working here, and we were working from a small unit on a different farm. We've since moved premises twice. We've gone through 3 refits with the help of Access to Finance. We now have a team of 5 employees, and we're looking to employ some further full-time employees by the end of the year too. I contacted Access to Finance. I'd heard a pretty good advert on the radio, on the local radio, and I thought that where we were at with the business in terms of our infancy, it would be good to get some extra support from Access to Finance in terms of the workshops that they offer, and also the coaching, and to look at some finance options that we could apply for too. We received lots of support from Access to Finance. There was lots of workshops that were put on, and they were all really local to where we are here, which was super helpful. We worked with lots of experts from Access to Finance who had different expertise in different areas. In particular, we did lots of business forecasting and looking at specific grants that would impact our business massively, which it has, so we could grow. We were able to secure just under £25,000 from the Big 3 Productivity Fund, and it was to buy quite large machinery so we could upscale massively. The Access to Finance team took me through it step by step. You do need one of the specialists who's got the inside scoop to actually find and identify the correct grant for you within the business, because although you, as a business owner, you can look and find grants, it was super helpful to have someone who actually knows the grants that would work for your business. The specialists were able to go through the full grant application on a one-to-one basis with me, and we were able to go through forecasting and other relevant pieces that I don't really have the experience with. So it was brilliant, the whole process. The money has enabled us to fully go nationwide now with distribution, and it's enabling us to start looking at export both in Europe and globally. I would highly recommend the Access to Finance programme for other businesses, because the level of expertise that you're able to be given on a one-to-one basis is brilliant, and it means that you can leapfrog into the next chapter for the business. If we'd have not had the support from Access to Finance and the team of specialists, we wouldn't be as far as we are now. We wouldn't be looking to export, we wouldn't be looking at UK full distribution. Long term we want to be a global brand, a Cornish global brand. Without the help of Access to Finance, I probably wouldn't have tried to apply for a grant, because it becomes quite a minefield, which grant to choose, which is the right grant for the business. So with the help from Access to Finance, that was made really easy for us. As well as working with Access to Finance for our grant, we were also able to work with Cornwall Food and Drink and some coaching that we received from Oxford Innovation, and we found that all 3 of those programmes intrinsically worked super well together and were really easy. One almost leads on to the other perfectly.